Hello, this is M's PUBG Weapon of the Week, brought to you by M&U Gamer Review. In this week's installment, I'm going to be using the various shotguns in the game, and we'll discuss what I believe this weapon is ideally used for. Also, I will be rating it out of 10 on how effective I feel it is in-game based on range, stopping power, fire rate, attachments, and magazine size. Just want to give a big shout out to my boys in this video, Lord of War, Golden Eagle, and Red Dragon. Thank you for being a part. My first category is range. So the range for shotguns in general should never be very high, due to the fact that a shotgun to me is most obviously to be used in close, since it's firing pellets and not bullets. That being said, I do feel that the developers have done a fine job representing the range it's effective at. In fact, in most cases, if you're any further than 30 feet away, these weapons are virtually useless, even with attachments like a choke. So with all that being said, I feel a solid 6 out of 10 is what I would rate its range based on how closely it's represented to the real weapon. Next is stopping power. The stopping power of the shotguns in this game is seriously low, even disappointingly low, for a weapon that its only real purpose is to be used in close, and in, say, door or room clearing, building breaching, things like that. And the fact that regardless of what armor you're wearing, if any, if I hit somebody, even not dead on with a weapon like this, you should at least be knocked down. Anything less than a knockdown is almost insulting. And to me, from a weapon like this at close range, why even use one? The whole point of a shotgun, as I said, is the fact that it's meant to be used up close, so it should be, well, I mean, if anybody's fired a shotgun, they understand. See, the problem is, most games like this, they rely on closing distance or using distance as an advantage. With a shotgun, you basically have to get right up close. And for me, if I'm able to close the distance with you, and say you have a drop weapon like a 50 cal, or maybe I just get the jump on you, I ambush you, I feel like I should be rewarded for that, because I've basically carried around a weapon that I have to get close to you, and I think that should be a one-shot kill, if not knockdown. So I give a shotgun stopping power, regardless of which one it is, about a 3 out of 10. Next is fire rate. Another category I feel the developers did a mediocre job representing. When it comes to the pump and break action fire rates, I'm fairly satisfied with what they can do, just because, I mean, to fire a break action, you have to break the breech and load 2 rounds in it every time. And the pump action, it really depends on the caliber. It can be hard to control without attachments. But the S12, the semi-auto shotgun with the that's mag fed, it has, in my opinion, a very disappointing rate of fire. This is a weapon that's magazine fed, and it's semi-auto, and I believe the real life version is actually, well, I'm pretty sure it has a fully automatic capability. That being said, I just don't get the feel of, how dangerous a shotgun really is, and the firing rate. I mean, you've got every other weapon out there that can do automatic. The shotgun's rate of fire should probably be a little bit faster, or something, something else. It almost feels like a sub-cross between the break action and the pump action for the S12. So, in this instance, I give shotguns fire rate probably 5 out of 10. The next category is attachments. Attachments, such an interesting topic for this weapons platform. Because again, I'm kind of on the fence about what the developers did to make it work. Every weapon in this game should be able, in my eyes, to have some sort of optics. And I don't mean something as extreme necessarily as, say, an 8 by scope, but at least a holographic. Now, of course, the S12 can be fitted with more or less a decent amount of attachments. However, it's also represented as a plastic body or polymer body weapon with built-in rails, whereas the pump and brake actions are represented more so like the classic versions with the wooden. They don't have the rail systems on them. They have very small rails, and those weapons, pretty much all of them, if you want to, you can make them have those systems. A lot of people with the brake actions generally are heirlooms because you don't get a whole lot of them the way they just because they don't really make them that way anymore. The pump actions, however, most pump actions have some sort of rail system on them. And pump actions are very, very popular. So are the semi-automatics. So when people especially go hunting, or even in a combat environment for like this is supposed to be, you would think that the developers would make it so that you could have some more optics, just something. So yeah, like I said, the S12, I mean, it's good, but the other ones, they could have done a little bit more with that, I feel. And because of the S12 being the only one with the attachments, it to me makes it a clear standout as far as the shotguns yes, in-game universe is considered. And it shouldn't have to be that way. It really shouldn't. So my rating for attachments on shotguns, 4 out of 10. The next category is magazine size. So shotguns, as they are, generally they do not have large magazines. They're just not meant for that. And in this game, they should not really either, unless, and I say unless, I stress this, unless they allow drum mags. And here's the real kicker too. They don't have drum mags for shotguns, but they have extended mags for basically every other weapon in the game. I think it's a little unfair for guys like me who actually like to use shotguns. Because not only do they have extended mags, they also have extended quick mags and quick mags. It seems like a real drop off for the attachments for this weapon, which is unfortunate. Drum mags and extended quick mags, to me, would circumvent the inability to, suppress. If you have a shotgun with, I don't know, say 8 rounds, I mean, you can pump out 8 rounds like relatively fast, especially with the S12. But with the drum mag, you can keep on cranking those rounds out. And if you're especially if you're on your own and you're trying to pressure somebody into making a dumb decision with an assault rifle, you're able to do that because you got 30 rounds in a magazine. You can switch it to single fire, semi-auto, and do like 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, up until the point where you get to that person. So yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for joining. It really means a lot. Please hit that subscribe button and leave a comment below if you have any suggestions for any videos. We do have some games coming. I've already pre-ordered the Call of Duty Black Ops, and we'll probably be doing the Battlefield 5 reviews. I know there's already some up there, but I want to do my own.
So yeah, next week we will be doing another weapon of the week, and should be a lot of fun. So this is M from M&U Gamer Review, weapon of the week. Thank you for joining.